the new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match down.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Jeff Drayton!
There's the dart at tops for a ton plus checkout, and it's pinned by the Highlander and allowed his opponent back in for whatever reason.
Double top. James for the 120. Is this how? He's just shown you how to do it. And the 16 leaves in double 18. Clear target of aim at, clear target found. Double 8. And the man from Hawley has won group number 1.
Saturday night is fast approaching here in week 5 of Series 14 at the Modus Super Series, but who will be there from Group B? We will find out the answer by tomorrow evening, but the action kicks off in just a few minutes' time. Hello there, a very good evening to you. Welcome along to the Live Lounge here in Portsmouth. It's already been a big evening in the world of darts, and the action continues live and free right here on Pluto TV. I'm Niall McCorn, alongside me in the studio, the legend that is Trina Gulliver. Trina, we were here earlier this afternoon to see Group C, and in that particular group, it was Ash Coleman who planted his flag in the ground and said, I'm the man to beat heading into tomorrow.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he was the most consistent throughout this afternoon's play, and he really put a stamp down, and yeah, he was very, very good.
We saw a bit of inconsistency amongst the other players in the group. There were some good performances, there were some subpar performances. Ash was probably the only one who played at a consistent level right throughout the campaign.
Yeah, every element of his game was good. You know, his finishing was good, his setup play was good, his scoring was of good quality as well. So yeah, his all-round game was in top form.
So Ashley Coleman then goes into tomorrow at the top of Group C. Let's take a look at what that table does look like before tomorrow concludes and we find out who from Group C is making it through to Saturday night. Coleman on 8 points with 4 wins from 5 games, separated from Kieran Ford by just a couple of points, and the 21-year-old from Sheffield at the start of today probably wouldn't have imagined he'd be up in second position. It was a slow start for him, but towards the end he came good, and he's well in the mix for a spot in Saturday night, isn't he?
Yeah, his first performance here was not so long back, and yeah, he did a good account of himself then, and yes, he's done well to get himself into that second position today. As you said, started off slowly, but towards the end of the day got himself there.
Okay, well, let's take a look at what this means for the breakdown of the rest of this week. Group A won by Tommy Morris convincingly. Lee Cox, Scott Campbell, Jamie Kelling and George Cressy joined John Henderson in Group B. There's a lot of experience, there's a lot of games on the Live Lounge stage in this Group B shake-up, Trina.
Yeah, so there's a great load of lads there, you know. Henderson and George Cressy obviously coming from the Group A situation, and the rest of the lads are joining them today. So you would say that Cressy and Henderson might have the bit of the advantage of being in Group A, but we'll see how things pan out.
Let's focus on John Henderson, a man who has achieved so much in his darting career. Didn't have the greatest last few days, as you've just referenced, but he's the sort of player that can catch fire at any minute. We know how good he is. This bullseye finish on 129, a great example of that. When he gets going, he's an absolute handful for anyone.
He is. You know, he's got a lot of experience. He's been around a long, long time. He's been prolific in the seniors tournaments as well in the past. And, you know, you can't count him out at all. Like you say, when he starts going, watch out.
Well, let's see what the bookmakers think when it comes to the odds for Group B heading into this evening. And it is the two players who have been here all week, who go off the favourites. George Cressy 13-8, John Henderson 5-2, but down at 7-1, Lee Cox. He's an outside shout. He's played hundreds of games here. He's even hit a 9-darter on the Live Lounge stage, but the bookies have him as the outsider. Why do you think that might be?
It might be just purely the fact that he hasn't won a weekly win here. So, you know, they're probably using that as an example, and so that's probably why.
Okay, thanks very much, Trina. More from Trina very shortly in the commentary box alongside me. John Henderson is first up to kick us off, and he takes on Lee Cox, and I spoke to Lee a little bit earlier on this evening. Lee, great to see you. 17th appearance at the Modus Super Series. You played nearly 300 games. How much would you love to go on and win a week, something that you've not done so far?
Yeah, I didn't know it was that many. I knew it'd be up there, but yeah, I should be winning weeks. The amount of opportunity I've had down here, 300 games, I didn't realise, but yeah, it should be. I should be winning titles.
288 to be exact, not quite at that 300 mark yet, but you've done some amazing stuff on that stage. You've hit 9-darters and things like that, but how much would going on to win a week mean to you?
Yeah, I've won 2 challenge tours. I've played on the pro tours. The only thing I haven't done is won one of these, so I need to get one of these in the bag. I think once I get one, I think that the rest will follow. Like,
in terms of how you're feeling, we know that there's been a bit of an issue with injury for the last few months. How's the body feeling heading into tonight?
Yeah, I'm dealing with the pain a lot better now. Take tablets as and when I need to. Back to work as and when I can. So practice is limited, but they're going all right. They're going all right.
In terms of the limited practice, is there any particular area of your game that you've been working on when you have had a chance to hit the practice board, or are you just kind of trying to keep everything ticking over at this point?
I just hit as many treble 20s as I can. You know, I know people say about your doubles and things like that, but if you don't score, you don't get a shot at a double. So I literally just pick up and throw at treble 20s.
Well, Coxie, best of luck tonight. Thank you. Here we go then, Group B of Week 5 in Series 14 at the Modus Super Series. We've already seen some incredible darting action today. You might be joining us direct from the O2 Arena in London. This man has played in the Premier League, the Highlander John Henderson, a man with oodles of quality, but we know how good Lee Cox can be as well. The 42-year-old from Hawley is just struggling with a few back issues at the minute and doesn't feel entirely confident, but he takes on a John Henderson who is only in Group B because he's dropped down from Group A, wasn't able to finish top. That was the honour bestowed upon Tommy Morris, the gun, who just blitzed past everyone in Group A. It was a record-breaking Group A campaign for the man from Dorset. So John Henderson consigned to Group B and assigned to take charge of this one, Paul Hinks, one of the greatest referees we've ever seen. Alongside me for tonight's action, Trina Gulliver.
First leg lead to throw first. Game on.
Lee doesn't feel particularly confident, having spoken to him before, despite the fact he's played heaps and heaps of games on the stage. But if he can start with a win, that will do the confidence some good.
100.
Yeah, indeed it will. And, you know, he'll obviously be aiming for that target. As he explained there,
33.
suffering with a bad back, and actually goes for a scan in a few weeks' time on his back. So hopefully they'll be able to
100.
assess him and sort the problem out.
Well, he has had previous back issues, Lee Cox, where a couple of vertebrae had
95.
slipped, the discs had popped out, they'd bulged, and so they'd needed to be addressed. And that was a few years ago now, but at times it was so debilitating for him, and that's continued
55.
with this kind of recurrence of whatever that injury is with his lower back, that sometimes he struggles to get out of bed, let alone putting hours on the practice board. So the only sharpness he's got is
57.
match sharpness, playing darts competitively. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see how he gets on here.
He was also saying about the time when he did have them slip discs, that he was kind of like paralysed down the one side And with it being his right side as well, it's his leading leg. So
135.
whether it's a bit of
Lee
wear
Carr,
and tear there
106.
may cause the issue. But it's 106 now for Cox. Double 18 he finds. Can he find the double 16?
74.
Not quite. However, he will be back. Henderson back on 181, looking to apply pressure.
81. Lee
Well, that
Carr,
leaves him a nice
32.
clean 2-darter, but will he get a shot?
No score. John
Can't
Carr,
find his way
100.
through, and so the door swings open for the Highlander, John Henderson. Treble 20 for tops. And there is
He's
the
on the
first
first leg,
ton plus
John
finish of
Henderson.
Group B. And there is the first leg of Group B here in week
Second
5
leg,
of
John
Series
to
14.
first,
It goes the
game
way
on.
of John Henderson. And he did it in stylish fashion.
Clinical finish in there from Henderson. Talking of back issues as well,
55.
Hendo also is suffering at the moment with his back. Went to the hospital today to get some
45.
painkillers or something, or see if he could have an injection or something, but he says it's not too bad when he's moving.
86.
It's when he sits for a while or
One of them,
tends
40.
to stiffen up. But he did say if he gets a bounce out, he might ask Paul, to pick it up for him.
100.
Yeah, there's one thing asking the referee to pick the bounced out dart up for you. There's another thing asking your opponent, go on, mate, get down
Yeah.
there and get that for me, will you?
100.
Well, these two have faced off before in PDC darts, 3 times on the Challenge Tour.
85.
Those meetings coming in 2024 and 2025. And John Henderson has won all of them.
One of them, 40.
And he will remember that. Dart players do tend to remember that. And they've not been close games either. Hendo's won 5-1, 5-0 and 5-2.
135.
Yeah, Lee Cox will
Lee
certainly
Carr,
remember that
76.
scoreline as well. Well, it's got to be 25 for the bullseye, but I think he's hit a big 14 there.
40. John Carr, 40.
So tops again then for Henderson. Hit it clean as a whistle last
showing the
time,
second
does
leg,
so
John
again, and
Henderson.
almost puts it in the same spot.
Third leg leader.
Leads by 2 legs to 0.
2 legs played, 2 hits of tops, only 2 darts required to do it. Perfection so far for the Highlander John Henderson.
47.
Spoke about how Big John has dropped into this group after being in
101.
Group A. Finished 3rd in the end, but was only edged out from finishing 2nd behind Tommy Morris. That honour went to George Cressy, who we'll also see in action next up.
85.
Henderson on 20 points with 10 wins from his 15 games.
78.
Won 44 legs in that run, but no one was stopping the gun. Tommy Morris, what a performance.
60.
Statistically the best we've ever seen in Group A.
Yeah, he was just something else, and you can tell he's been playing a lot on the Pro Tour.
44.
His sharpness is second to none at the moment, and he really did take the spoils from everybody.
99.
We've also seen Danny Lauby in action in Group A. He had a rotten campaign, just 2 wins from 15 games across 3 days of action.
125.
Dropped into Group C, which took place earlier on this afternoon. And he's already won 2 games in Group C, which took him 3 days. the start of the week. Took him just 3 hours earlier on
153.
today. So improvements for Danny Lauby. John Henderson can't take out 153.
59.
So
Well, you car
Cox for a much
76.
needed hold of throw.
Yeah, so to get a leg on the board, needs double 8. Finds
Finish on the
double
third
8,
leg,
sneaks
Leacock.
it in with his third dart.
Fourth leg,
Does
John
indeed
through
get
first.
a leg
Game
on the board. But he trails by 2 legs to 1.
One of them.
Well, we've spoken
40.
about how Lee Cox is currently feeling at the moment, and there's a raise of the eyebrows there. He says, finally, I've managed to hit a double. He missed 3 at double 16 for a 1-0 lead. John Henderson crisply
them,
took out that
40.
ton finish. Then he went 2-0 ahead to Scott, and now it's 2-1 with that 76 out from Lee Cox. So this game is actually closer than maybe it feels, but John Henderson is looking to stretch into a bigger advantage.
Finds his first max, and the first max of the night.
91.
Currently averaging 96 is John Henderson. Lee Cox around the 87 mark.
94.
Well, on for a potential 11 darter. We've seen a lot of those tonight across the world of darts, haven't we? And a lot of those 180s. This time Lee Cox joining the fray.
Double 5.
Finish on the
Oh,
fourth leg,
finishing
John
by
Henderson.
John Henderson. 3 from 3.
Fifth leg leader through first.
It's immaculate.
Game on.
He leads by 3 legs to 1.
$97.
Another raise of the eyebrows from Lee Cox.
Well, the last thing you need when you're low on
45.
confidence and admittedly short of practice is big John Henderson rocking up, pumping in a mid-90s average and being immaculate on the doubles. That latest,
100.
a 12 darter.
Starting off with a 16, with a 17, 16, 18, and then that 12.
85.
Average is virtually identical at the moment. Both
60.
around the 92. There we see it.
41.
91.43 and 90.93 for Henderson. That's a good find. Good move across the hockey
85.
to find that treble 20 with the second dart. Unfortunately, falls into the 5 bed with his third. And that means he's not left to finish.
80. $55.
Leaves himself 104 when he returns.
Well, if the darts that
60.
Lee Cox uses
Leotard
look
104.
familiar, it's because they're the same as Getawin Price's darts. Gezi was taking out
48.
ton plus finishes at the O2 earlier on this evening. John Henderson, as good as he is not going to get 190 out of here because it's impossible with 3 darts.
60. Leo Carr 56.
Well, he would have liked more than that as well to give himself a chance should Cox miss tops here. Double 10 then. It's been popular today.
36.
Not on this occasion.
130.
1 treble 20 needed for a shot for the leg. Can't pinch the treble, so no attempt at the bullseye
58.
incoming for
Leo
big John
Carr
Henderson.
20.
Double 10 is
Game's on the
found by
fifth
Lee
leg,
Cox. And that makes it 3-2. And this game is not done
Six
yet.
leg John to throw first. Game on.
Like we were saying earlier, that double 10 this afternoon has taken a battering. It has been
60.
the favourite double for most of this afternoon's players, hitting it on more than one occasion.
19 occasions
60.
by my count. It might even be more than that. I must have missed a few. It was just getting pinged left, right and centre. More Lee Cox facials.
One of them, 40.
It's a good 140 there from Coxey.
Well, Lee Cox's game plan needs to be do not allow John Henderson to get down to a finish. Because when he is
100.
getting down to a finish, he is hitting it first time of asking. 3 shots at double, 3 hits. He's had a 100 checkout, an 87 checkout, and a
98.
simple 40 clean-up in between. And I know he's against the darts here, Cox, but every time Hendo's been down to a finish, he's pinched the leg.
Well, as he was saying in
59.
your interview as well with him, that he's just going for the treble 20s to try and score big to get down to
100.
the double. May give him a few chances at the double if he's scoring big.
$98. Lee
It
Carr,
is
103.
That has the chance for 3-dart finish here first. 84 left. Can't find the treble 20. 79 left.
Now, there's one thing being short of practice. There's another thing
43.
missing the segment entirely, and
Johnny
that will
Carr,
irritate Lee
124.
Cox more than most, I can tell you that. Henderson, you should expect this to go for the match. Oh, wrong treble.
80.
Well, if he'd have
Lee
left
Carr,
the
60.
tops as he was trying for, you'd fancy him for it. It's double 10 now for Coxey, and it's
40.
right on the wire.
Johnny Carr, 44.
John Henderson then will get a couple of darts at double at the very least, you'd imagine. And he continues
match,
his
John Henderson.
immaculate start on the outer ring. The Highlander, John Henderson, with a 4-2 win over Lee Cox. Tidying things up. First dart of asking every time when down to a double. Kicked it off with a 100 checkout. There was a real sweet 87 in there as well for a 12-darter. And that is an impressive start. 100% checkout success for Big John Henderson, who wins the match 4-2. 50 weeks of live darting action in the 52 weeks of the year. Every single dart live and free from the Modus Super Series here on Pluto TV. Thanks for joining us tonight as Group B has just got underway with Big John Henderson, the Highlander. What a good display on the outer ring it was. It was a perfect display, 100% on his doubles in beating Lee Cox by 4 legs to 2. And now we get our first look at another Scotsman from way up north, from Aberdeen, Scott Campbell, the 36-year-old, who has won a week before. That was back in Series 10. We last saw him in Series 13, Week 3. We have never seen this man at the Modus Super Series before this week. Played in Group A and finished second, and there's no shame in finishing second in Group A when Tommy Morris is putting together a record-breaking campaign with 14 wins from 15, 28 points and a 38 legs difference. So George Cressy can be pretty pleased with his week's work so far, but Trina Gulliver, he will be far more pleased if he ends his debut week here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth with a spot in Saturday night.
Game on.
Well, that's definitely his aim. Speaking to him earlier, he's got his head on for the task. And he's had a great start to his debut.
180.
Scott Campbell, been here many times. His last appearance here was Series 13, Week 3.
140.
Well, you should not be surprised to see Scott Campbell hitting maximums. Part of perhaps, well, arguably one of the most famous moments in Modus Super Series history,
140.
where it went to a 9-dart shootout. Scott Campbell wearing country colours on that occasion and hitting a couple of maximums in that 9-dart shootout. It's incredible stuff to watch. But this is all about the individual now for Campbell.
$81.
Good last start there from Campbell. Leaves himself 100 after 9. And this is a good start from him.
60.
This evening's
Scott
play.
100.
So a 2-darter then, potentially. And that's tops. For first blood.
80. Georgia
Well, the Scotsmen aren't going to remain immaculate on the doubles. Just Big John for now. Another. Just above.
96. Scott Car 20.
Double 10.
Getting shot on the first leg, Scott Campbell.
Great darts from Campbell.
Second leg, George to
Misses
throw first.
the double
Game
10,
on.
but finds the double 5 to take the first leg of this match in 14 darts.
Now, Trina,
Yes.
there's a touch of the
Niall.
there's a touch of the James Wades about Cressy's flights. Old school James Wade. Either that, or it's reminding me a little bit of Jerry Halliwell's dress from the 90s. Or Noel
86.
Gallagher's guitar from Oasis.
You could go on. Yeah. Using the Union Jack flights.
It's like bunting in a Hampshire village.
91.
I don't mean Stephen Bunting, I mean the actual bunting.
Well, Cressy used to do the tour in his younger days. Darryl Fitton and Andy Fordham were his
100.
concierge, then, if you like. Looked after him, and he never had any arguments with anybody, obviously, with them by his side.
140.
Yeah, you get well looked after with those two flanking you, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he actually gave up darts during COVID, so put them all to bed, and then
60.
only a few weeks ago picked them back up again, and he's flying.
Well, he's one of a few people who have that kind of story. Gemma Hayter's a great example.
100.
Jack Tweddle, another good example, familiar to us here at the Live Lounge, the ADC Global Champion from Swindon. Played in his youth, put the darts down, picked them back up again in recent times to great success.
44. George Hukar, 110.
Undoes his chance of taking out 110.
26.
Campbell's not in range, so not too much of a concern for Cressy, despite the poor visit.
$99.
He has a chance then
84.
at this 84 to level.
$62.
Good effort.
Scott Hukar, 112.
Couldn't quite find the target though for the double, and it's 112 for Campbell.
Well, that was Cressy's first dart at double in this match. Campbell went hunting for the 57 and was wayward.
80. George Hukar, 22.
Double 11 again then. Straight in it this time.
George Cressy.
And a level game. 1-1.
Good like Scott to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, well, George Cressy as well, in his time playing before COVID, he was quite an animated kind of guy that, you know, you could
100.
see exactly how he was feeling. And his attitude now is completely different to when it was then. He could almost play poker.
One of them, 40.
Whether he hits a good score or a bad score, his facial expressions stay the same.
Why do you think that might be? Is it just maturity?
57.
Is it respect? The fact that he's gone away from the game and he's come back and he's learned to enjoy it a bit more? He's kind of riding the crest of this wave. Is that why? Or is it just a case of maybe he is a little bit more mature now and doesn't need to get embroiled in those kind of antics?
I think that is the case. I
43.
think he's just more mature now and, you know, understands the game a little bit better maybe than he did in his younger days. And, you know, when you are giving
60.
negative vibes, all it does is feed your opponent with positives. So if you can contain the way you're feeling, then you're giving no clues to your opponent at all.
100.
Scott Campbell's best
55.
on the Challenge Tour in the last few months has been a last 16. That came mid-January. He's had a last 32 since then. Did play in the WDF Scottish Classic, reached the
58.
semi-finals. But it is here at the Modus Super Series where arguably he has produced some of his best stuff. Certainly in the last year or so. There have been occasions where he's left the Live Lounge wanting that little bit more, knowing that he's got the
99.
capability,
George
Scott
Hukar,
Campbell, but just not
160.
getting himself over the line. Is this going to be different for him this week?
88. Scott
Great
Hukar,
darts from
130.
Cressy. Will he have the opportunity at 72? Campbell looking at 130. It's double 5 for a 130 checkout.
Being
Oh,
shot
what a
the third by
shot
Scott
there by
Campbell.
Campbell. Holds
Big
his
Johnson
throw
through
with that
first.
130
Game
checkout. Brilliant. Leads by 2 legs to 1.
Our second Sun Plus finish of the night,
100.
both provided by Scotsman. John Henderson with a clean ton finish in the opening game, and now Campbell with that 130. Gives himself the 2-1 lead.
$100.
We did see George Cressy hit a few ton plus checkouts
60.
as well during his Group A campaign. He was on the receiving end of a few as well. A 101, a 121, a 120
$140.
amongst the ton plus outs for Cressy.
$100.
I think one thing that maybe isn't factored in all the time when players are making their way down here to the Live Lounge in Portsmouth is being on the south coast of England. That is a long,
100.
long way from where Scott Campbell lives.
Indeed, and he made the journey this morning. He flew down from Aberdeen into Gatwick and then took the train from Gatwick here.
93. Scott the car, 161.
Arrived around 10:30. It's actually staying at Steve West's house. So, which he always does when he's down here.
Yeah, I've heard he's quite the chef,
38.
Scott Campbell. He rustles
Georgia
up a bit of a
Calvin,
menu.
48.
He's been cooking curries and pastas and all sorts. So I think Westy's like, yeah, no problem. You can stay at mine. You can be my personal chef for a couple of days.
60. Scott the car, 123.
He's looking at 1, 2, 3. Just taking out the 130. Can he take out this? Whoa,
Gage on the
yes
fourth
he
leg, Scott
can.
Campbell.
Takes out the 1, 2, 3
Fifth leg,
after
Scott
the
is in
130
first.
in the previous leg. And he leads by 3 legs to 1. A 15 darter there for the Scotsman
Game on.
from Aberdeen.
A 130 to go 3-1 up, a 130 to go 2-1 up, a 1-2-3 to go 3-1 up.
91.
Well, it just seemed that the Dublin for the Scottish tonight seems to be on
40.
form. 3 from 6 for Scott. Tries to find a way through.
59.
Has to switch in the end.
$81. $100.
Great last start. Took a slight deflection off the barrel of the other and finds a treble 20 bird.
100.
Cressy finds a ton as well.
Well, Cressy was winning 2 out of every 3 games he had in Group A, and that wasn't enough to get through to Saturday night. If he can continue at a similar level, he will be in contention here in Group B.
100.
I know it's only his first game, but no one ever wants to lose their first game. Everyone wants to win it, as they do every game, but there is something a little bit different about winning that first one, giving you a bit of a settler.
140. Scott the car, 151.
Now, for a third ton plus checkout in a row, and this time it will be to win the match, and it'll be the biggest of the lot, but the shot is now off.
And a nice smile from him there as well.
97. George the car, 140.
Leaves it handy though. This has to go. It's not going to. Well, that's unfortunate.
That is
40.
a vile deflection.
Scott the car, 54.
Big bounce out for Cressy. Well, just the 1 dart for the match. It should have been more. But it doesn't
Game
matter
shot on
because
the
he
match,
tucks
Scott
it
Campbell.
away in the corner at double 12. And Scott Campbell puts to bed Cressy in his opener here in Group B. He kicked off the first leg with a 180, but it was towards the end where he hit those back-to-back ton plus finishes of 130 and 123 on the bullseye, which gave him the platform, and he wouldn't jump down from it. Scott Campbell wins by 4 legs to 1.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series here live on Pluto TV. Before the break, we've seen Scott Campbell take a 4-1 victory over George Cressy. Within that, he had a 130 checkout, followed in the very next leg by 123. Now taken to the stage, Jamie Kellin, 36 from Andover, up against Lee Cox, who's already played one game this evening, losing out to John Henderson by 4 legs to 2. So Jamie, last minute replacement for Andy Davidson, who has had to pull out for health reasons. So he joins us here.
First leg,
this
Jamie
evening.
to throw first.
And
Game
he's
on.
taken to the hockey for the first time.
$100.
Just up the road in Andover, Jamie Kelling. Did go to Q School at the start of the year to try and earn himself a PDC
134.
Tour card. Lost to Samuel Price in one of his matches. Price went on to get a tour card, but he did beat Steve Beaton, the great Steve Beaton.
134.
Very good friend of yours. Also played against Darren Beveridge, who had dropped off the tour looking to regain his card, but hasn't played much in the
134.
way of the Challenge Tour. Just a handful of appearances in the middle of January. Played Conor Heenahan
100.
in one of those games.
Yeah, those taking place in Milton Keynes, the first 4 of the year
96.
this year.
Jamie Carr, 167.
Jamie Kellen was a
43.
Modus
Leah
Super
Carr,
Series
137.
weekly winner in 2024.
59. Jamie Carr, 124.
1-2-4 for Calling. Bullseye.
99.
Well,
It's just
Leah
a
Carr,
whisker away
78.
there.
yeah, the line was great, wasn't it? It was just a touch overcooked, not by much. And
Gage on
Cox
the first
punishes
leg,
that
Lee
miss
Cox.
on the bullseye. Takes care of 78 and
Second
breaks the
leader
Kelling
through
throw in the
first.
opening leg.
Game on. $100.
Kelling, a former bank clerk. Somebody else that's good with
100.
numbers.
Yeah, we had Kieran Ford, didn't we, this afternoon? He's an accountant. What is it with dart players and money?
Well, he's training to be an accountant. He's
137.
only 21. He's got a lot to learn.
Well, he should have the numbers locked down.
All
83.
very good for the arithmetic.
$70.
Jamie Kenlon also appeared in the ADC Globals December last year.
Moved a little bit earlier, aren't they, for 2026? You'll see them take place in the autumn time rather than around Christmas, which we know is a heavily stacked period for darts.
Yeah, it is indeed, isn't it?
96.
Mind you, saying that, dart seems to be an all-round thing now, whereas it did used to have
134.
seasons kind
Leah
of
Carr,
thing.
98.
It's just stacked now. You have so many opportunities.
Game show on the second leg. Lee Cox.
Oh, yes. Well done, Lee Cox. 98.
Third leg, Jamie
Swiftly
to throw first.
dispatched,
Game
and that
on.
is a 2-0 advantage. And the finishing so far tonight from Henderson and Campbell, and now Cox, has been
85.
mightily impressive, averaging in excess of 103.
2 from 3 on his finish in, 66%.
97.
Seems to be making up for the loss of his first game against John Henderson.
Well, there wasn't a great deal he could have done with Hendo being immaculate on the doubles like he was.
84.
Yeah.
But that is back-to-back finishes of 78 and 98 for Lee Cox, who did miss a few doubles in that game against Hendo, but every time the
85.
Highlander got down to a finish, he was taking it out and taking it out with ease.
$122.
Good darts there from Jamie Kellen. Finds 2 trebles.
180.
And there, Cox finds the max.
$134. Leah Carr, 139.
Can't be done now. Wanted a Treble 20,
74.
straight from the
Jimmy Carr,
segment. Does get
76.
bull with the last dart.
I wasn't sure of the score there. It's tops though for Kellin.
56. Leocar 65.
That was just his second dart at double in the match. Cox looking at 25, probably first. Misses it entirely. Well, he
He's on the
recovers
third leg,
superbly and he
Cox.
continues this excellent finishing.
Four leg leader for the
78,
first.
98,
Game on.
now 65. Wasn't as clean as the previous two finishes, but it doesn't matter because he's now 75% on his hit rate and he has a 3-0 lead and he's serving out for the match.
He's hitting 102
43.
average here as well. That's just dropped slightly, just below the ton.
60.
And a roll of the eyes there from Jamie Kellin.
Well,
96.
we're about to conclude our third match of Group B tonight. We've already seen finishes of 100, 76, 130, 123, 78, 98, 65. And we've had a fair few of these as well. Maximums. Couple in every game so far.
45.
Yeah, one apiece as it stands in this one. It's a good quality game here.
100. $42.
It's Kellin
Jimmy Carr
that gets
61.
first chance of at a 3 combination out shot. It's not going to go.
41.
Well, does leave Shanghai on 20s when he returns.
130. Jimmy Carr 120.
He puts that one wide.
40. Leocar 145.
Well, a couple of pretty mediocre attempts at starting combination finishes from the pair of them.
Jimmy Carr 80.
This for a much needed leg as both of them are sat on 80.
Well,
40. Leocar
that
80.
was very nearly in the treble, that second dart, and he puts his third dart way over the tops mark. Wanted the 25 there, but ironically
64.
hits the
Jimmy
bullseye.
Carr 40.
Well, this match should be his, Lee Cox. If he is going to win it, he might have to wait to win it.
Gage on the fourth leg. Jamie
He will
Kelly.
have to wait because Kelling does eventually close that
Fifth
one
leg,
out.
Jamie, the
Makes
throw
it
first.
3-1.
Game on.
Break a throw there for Kellin as well. When he really needs to push on now from there.
140.
Kicks off with a 140. It's a good start.
$98.
Well, we will see the two Scotsmen dueling
46.
shortly after this. John Henderson and Scott Campbell both winning their opening games and both winning it in impressive fashion. John Henderson didn't miss a double in that opening game win over
99.
Lee Cox. Scott Campbell hit 2 ton plus finishes, a 130 and a 123 on the bull in beating George Cressy. That's after this.
180.
But this is far from done because it's maximums in back-to-back legs now for Jamie Kelling. Leaves him a 135 to
25.
hold his throw and go just one leg
Jimmy
away
Carr
from Coxey.
135.
He may go bullseye here, but doesn't have to. Decides not to. Wasn't going for the 5 though. Can assure you.
83.
Leaves it handy for when he returns. Cox back on 279, looking to apply some pressure here.
139.
Does so very nicely.
Jamie Carr 52.
Tops then for Kellin.
Getting
Tops
shown the
is
first leg,
found.
Jamie Kelly.
Goes within one now of Lee Cox.
6-leg leader throw
Closes
first.
the gap.
Come on.
Lee Cox now throwing for the match.
$125.
A nice 1-2-5 to start.
58.
Lee Cox was
59.
3-0 up in this game, remember. He's being chased down by Jamie
60.
Kelling.
If this does go
58.
to a deciding leg, Lee Cox will not be happy with himself.
59.
Kelling will have the throw if that's the case in the deciding leg.
99.
Well, Cox was set on a double, but didn't get a look at match darts because Kelling went out to make it 3-1. He's now made it 3-2. Cox is going to be under
180. Lee
a
Carr
touch of
160.
pressure.
Well, drop dart there from Cox. Retrieves it from the floor.
60. Jamie Carr
Finds
144.
60. That maximum for Kellin beforehand to leave this 1-4-4.
Not now for Jamie Kelling.
60. Lee Carr
Is
100.
this now for Lee Cox? Tops. There's one of them. Needs another for the match.
80.
Unlucky.
Jamie Carr 84.
Great attempt. But the door is ajar for Kellin as he eyes up 84. Bullseye then. Oh, what
James
a
on the
shot.
sixth leg,
And we
Jamie
do
Kelly.
go to a deciding leg.
7th final leg, Jamie to
Takes
throw
out
first.
the 84 on the bullseye. And now finds himself throwing for the match. He has the advantage. Can he make it count?
57.
Well, only kicks off for 57.
$134.
Well, Cox had an opportunity to win the match. Tops he needed. He got one of them, missed the second one. He was sat remaining on double 10, and then Kelling goes and does that. 84 finish on the bullseye, levels the match
45.
and gives himself the darts in this last leg decider. He is threatening winning 4 legs on the spin to win the match, having been 3-0 down. Look at that Cox start. 15, 14, 15.
140.
An electric start to the game. And he's gone off the boil a bit, and Kelling has needed 19 and 18, either side of a 14 darter to level the game.
84.
Which way is it going to swing now?
Well, Lee Cox will be mightily unhappy if he loses this match
91.
with that 3-0 lead. And like you say, completing them legs in them darts shown.
43. Lee Carr 136.
It's Cox, though, that has first chance at a 3-dart finish. It's not going to go, though.
Just needs to make sure he stays aligned.
96.
That's a much better visit. We've seen him a couple of times on Ton Plus finishes, whilst potentially getting the opportunity to win the match, stray into the wrong segment.
140. Lee Carr 40.
Missed tops for the match a little bit earlier. Misses tops there and tens, but gets it on double 5 and manages to fend off a valiant Jamie Kelling comeback. Lee Cox was 3-0 up, finishes of 78, 98 and 65. Puts him on the hill, but a resurgence from Kelling, which including an 84 finish on the bullseye to level the match, did give Cox a fright, but eventually the crafty Coxie gets it done with a near 91 average. Good evening and welcome back to Pluto TV, the home of the Modus Super Series. And it is Group B action this evening, and Group B has started well, hasn't it? Had 3 games so far, and of the 6 respective doubling statistics, only once has a player checked out at less than 50%. That is how good the finishing has been so far in the opening 3 matches. And these two have more than played their part, because Big John Henderson was immaculate, 4 from 4 on his doubles in his opening match win over Lee Cox. He won it 4-2 with an 84 average. But it included a
Game on.
clean 100 checkout in there. Just every time he was getting down to a double, particularly tops, he was taking it first dart of asking. As for Scott Campbell, he was a 4-1 winner over George Cressy in his first match. That was an 89 average, slightly better in the scoring, not as clinical in the finishing, but still 57 and a bit %, and 2 big ton plus checkouts in there, 85. Including a 130 and a 124 on the bull. So 2 Scotsmen doing battle on the live lounge stage. One of them will continue their 100% winning record in Group B so far tonight, but who will it be, Trina Gulliver?
Well, Henderson there finds a maximum to help his cause.
One of them, 40.
But that is a good return by Scott Campbell. 140 for him.
85.
A bit of an overpitch there from Henderson.
$40.
And another dart on the floor for Campbell. Two treble visit there for the Highlander. Leaves himself on 70 after 12.
Well, the lie was really good. He decided to move across.
100. John Carr, 70.
In a direction that we weren't quite able to see on camera, but Campbell decided to shift. 20 for tops. He hasn't missed tops so far tonight. But he
30.
Has now. First start miss of the group at double for John Henderson.
Well, I think that's the first time he's had to move as well for tops. So needed another treble 16 there.
80. John Carr, 40.
Henderson looking at tops for the first leg of this match. Finds it with his second dart. And he leads by 1 leg to 0.
Second leg Scott is through first. Game on.
Looking good on tops, isn't he, the Highlander?
He is indeed. In the previous match, like you said, he finished on tops.
80.
The only other double they hit in that match was double 5 right next door. As Campbell kicks off with a maximum
100
in this leg. A turn is returned for Henderson.
$100.
A nod of approval at the back of the stage there from Scott Campbell.
30. $134.
Good find there as well from Campbell. Leaves himself 87 after 9.
95.
He stormed away in this leg.
87.
Treble 17 should be the target. Double 8 then.
71.
And he has time on his side. So he will return for the double 8.
100. Scott Carr, 16.
Still has 6 at this should he need it, but he'll want to get it done to level up the match.
Oh, that's horrible.
8.
It is. It's a good job he has time.
Well, he'll be over the other side of the board this time. And in all fairness to Campbell, he does keep having flights pop out the top of those stems. So some running repairs. Gets a grin off of John Henderson, who still isn't down to
58.
finish, but is
Scott
now.
Carr, 8.
Double 4 for Campbell.
Getting shot in the second leg.
He
Scott
finds
Campbell.
it and levels the match.
Third
One
leg
apiece,
Saunders through first.
16
Game
darter.
on.
Well, a 16 darter, and it's taken him 3 visits to finish it off. That
95.
shows you the quality of the scoring in that leg from Scott Campbell. He was so far ahead of John Henderson that he was able to take 3 separate visits to try and close out the leg.
100.
Such a unique throwing action from the Highlander John Henderson. Sort of has that
121.
rocking motion back and forth.
Yeah, rock and roll. It works for him, but it's not an ideal.
99.
It's not something you would teach somebody to replicate.
$81.
Because of that rocking and rolling, there are so many elements that can go wrong during that motion. It's hard to find the exact same dart every time.
92.
But look, he's mastered it.
140.
Just leans into it, doesn't he? Leans into that throw. Down to 64 after 12 darts. Looking to hold throw and put himself back in front.
54. John Car 64.
Got a little bit lucky there. He's left himself 156. Could have been much worse for Campbell, that. Tops. And
Each on the
Hendo's
third
been
leg,
hot
John
on tops
Henderson.
tonight, hasn't he? There's
Yes,
another hit
indeed.
of
Fourth
it.
leg Scott to throw first.
He has
Come on.
indeed. His favourite double by far. He's showing why it is that.
100.
It's been a good game, this. We expected it to be a good game between two very high-quality players. Henderson averaging 88, Campbell
100.
nearly 91. That was a 15-dart leg from John Henderson. It was a 16-darter previously from Campbell. And because Campbell took a little bit of time to win
48.
that previous leg before that last one, probably didn't feel like a 16-darter. That didn't feel quite like a 15-darter. This is kind of simmering along at a nice pace.
96.
It's getting better, this game.
You see 17, 16 and 15. It's coming down, leg by leg.
39.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to get a 14-darter from this position, but you just don't know, do you? Oh, hang on, John. Oh, thought he was going to listen to us.
70.
Spoke too soon.
The 100.
The 14-darter is still on. Come on, Big John. Oh, that burst that bubble.
42.
This is good.
138.
Good darts there from Campbell. Is it nice and handy? But here comes John Henderson.
139. Scott the car 76.
Two good setup plays. Campbell has 76. Another single needed for tops.
36.
Flies it over the
John
top.
the car
Henderson will be
54.
looking at big 14 for the same target. Just hits the big 14. Nearly hit treble. Still would have been okay with treble, but still, he'd rather have a go at tops, of course.
He's having a wry smile to himself there as he looks at tops.
34. Scott the car 40.
And he can't find it. So Campbell looking at the same target. Double 10. Has to move, just a slight adjustment. And it's
20.
right on the wire.
John the car 20.
Big moment this. It's for a breaker throat. Henderson
Each on the
sneaks
fourth leg,
it
John Henderson.
in the corner. 3-1 he leads now.
Fifth leg,
And
John
that
to
could be
third
the
first.
most important dart of this match.
Game on.
Well, that 14 darter that we were hoping for ended up being a 20.
Well, we
57.
can't have it all our own way, can we?
Oh, no. I suppose we're being greedy, really.
Well, we've been hungry for double 10 today, and there was another one there.
It's a good double as well for a left-hander.
140.
However, it was hitten. It was hit by a right-hander in John Henderson.
125.
Yeah, we have seen left-handers enjoy success here at the Modus Super Series. Scott is one of them. Derek Coulson, another player who's enjoyed loads of success. No one has had more success than Neil Duff, though.
125.
He's not left-handed, I know, but 7 weekly titles. That's 2 clear of everyone else.
59.
He knows every inch of that stage.
Well, funnily enough, I think Danny Van Tripe also knows every inch of that stage, including the underside of the TV, because he
83.
keeps smashing his head against it every time he plays here.
And he's also fallen off it as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he knows the front of the stage, the TV, the side of the stage. He knows all of it.
60. Scott Car, 153.
57 first. There it is. 60. Not to beat. So we won't see
97.
153. Henderson will love a ton at least here.
Another one of them.
119.
finds-
Scott Car, 56.
It's 56 for Campbell. And he's hit a big one. Just a lack of concentration there. Can he settle himself for tops?
Well, at least tops is open. Yeah,
He's
and
on the
actually
fifth leg,
took a
Scott
little nick
Campbell.
off the other dart in the one as well.
6 leg Scott to through first.
Well, there's a break back. And I said that John Henderson
Game on.
pinning that double 10 to go 3-1 up was the most important dart of the match. Has it just been overtaken by that one right there?
Scott Campbell throwing to level here.
100.
Here's another deciding leg on the cards.
$95.
Both of these players looking to keep up their winning start to the group.
Well, look, back to normality. We're back down to a 15 darter now.
100.
Now the 14 darter will arrive, will it?
Let's hope so.
$43.
Well, it's probably not going to come from Hendo, so it's over to Scott Campbell, and it would level the game.
$43.
Boys, trading 43s.
Yeah, a bit hit and miss, isn't it, so far this leg? But Hendo back in the treble 20 bed
83.
for a short time.
Well, we've gone from 43 to 83.
Having to move right across the other side
60. Thank you.
to try and find a way through to that treble 20 bed.
Well, the averages have dropped back a touch. They were up and around 90, now looking at
123.
mid-80s.
Henderson left himself 157. Campbell here. Finding
126. Sorry, 162.
brilliant
Johnny Carlin,
darts there
57.
to leave himself double 18. Paul Hinks confusing himself.
He got the numbers right, just in the wrong order.
97. Scott the car 36.
So to take us all the way, Campbell looking at double 18.
No score. John the car 60.
Well, he hasn't thrown at double 18 in this match. That's the first time. And he's missed a handful.
Is that too high? Can he find a way through? Not on top, so double 10.
50. Scott the car 36.
That is a match start missed for John Henderson. Campbell has just missed 3 at double 18. Cannot afford to miss any more. Double 9. Safe. But that one, perfect. And that is a level game.
John to throw first. Game on.
So the deciding leg. Henderson gets us underway,
41.
but only finds 41. Can Campbell punish that score? When he finds one treble, can he find another?
100.
Well, the one treble will do, for now at least.
John Henderson missing a pair of match starts.
61.
One at tops and one at tens.
$121.
Just forced that last start a little bit there, Scott Campbell. Just the
59.
one maximum in his game against George Cressy. It's Jamie Kelling who's hit the most 180s in a match so far. That came against Lee Cox. He hit 3 maxes in that contest.
134.
What John Henderson would give to fill them up here.
One of them, 40.
Well, he finds a 140.
Scott the car 146.
It's 146 for Campbell. The shot will not go this time.
He's got 6 starts to clear it though. Just glances over to check what Henderson's on.
98.
Henderson unable to finish. All he can do is just make sure he gives Campbell a tap on the shoulder.
60. Scott the car 48.
Now aim at the wire between 8 and 16. Right in the middle. Or right in the middle of 16. That works. Double 8. Scott
40.
Campbell now missing match starts. John Henderson, this would be a blockbuster way to pinch it.
Well, he's already taken a ton out in his first match today. He can't take this one
100.
out.
Scott the car
Campbell
8.
returns for double 4 for the match.
Well, Scott Campbell survived a couple of match starts earlier on. He's had a handful of match starts himself. And he does win it. This battle of 2 Scotsmen who started their Group B campaigns in excellent fashion. We've seen immaculate doubling from Hendo. We've seen a couple of ton plus checkouts from Scott Campbell. This one, not so much a classic, but a bit more attritional. And it goes down to a last leg decider. Hendo had the darts to win it, didn't win it. Scott Campbell did after surviving match darts, and he takes it 4-3. Welcome back to the Live Lounge here in Portsmouth, where before the break, the Battle of the Scots was won by Scott. Campbell taking it 4-3 in that last leg decider over the Highlander John Henderson. And now we move on to George Cressy against Jamie Kelling. Cressy on the receiving end of a couple of heavy punches from Campbell in the form of 2 ton plus checkouts in his opening match. Campbell doubling at 57%. He only had 2 shots at the outer ring, George Cressy, and hit 1 of them. As for Jamie Kelling, he was edged out 4-3 by Lee Cox, also doubling at 50%, 3 out of 6 in that game. Hit 3 maximums, the most we've seen of anyone tonight. So what will this one throw up? This one, for me, Trina, is a pretty difficult one to call. How do you see it?
Yeah, well, they both sit at the bottom of the table at the moment. Yet to get off the mark. But that's a great start for Cressy.
95.
Kicks off with a maximum.
$100.
Follows with a turn. Solid start.
$123. $57.
Has left to finish after 9. Switch to the 17s, gives him 164. And a maximum from Kelling.
64.
Another one to add to his tally.
$84.
Now, when you kick off
Jimmy Carr, 103.
180 ton on your own throw, you're expecting to get a dart for the leg. Well, I was going to say he might not, but the treble 17 wasn't found by Kelling, so he should now at least get a dart for tops or better.
2 5s.
75.
He pulls that
Jimmy
one
Carr,
low.
36.
An opportunity knocks now for Kelling. Going to double 18 for a breaker throw here. Double 9. Double 95 right in the corner
Second leg Jamie to throw
for
first.
that breaker throw. Leads by 1 leg to 0. 14 dart leg there from Jamie Kelling.
One of them, 40.
Now kicks off with a 140 in this leg.
Can't ask for a better start than that. Cressy couldn't have asked for a better start than going 180 in his first 3.
96.
But a 14 dart break puts your opponent under real pressure from the very off.
$134.
Good scoring power here from Kelling.
$99.
140 and a 134 from him. What's he going to produce now? Is it a max? Yes, it is.
180.
That's his second of this match. 5 in total for him so far this evening.
2 in 2 legs for Kelling.
42.
And he's on for
Jimmy
an 11
Carr,
darter.
47.
Tops. Well, a
Jay
12
Shaw, the
darter
second
will
leg,
have to
Jimmy
do.
Kelling.
He has been very good in firing in
Third leg,
those
Josh
big
to throw
scoring
first.
visits
Game
and on
on.
tops so far this evening. He's been excellent. That's a 12 dart leg.
Yeah, 14 and a 12 for Jamie Kelling.
60.
Averaging 115.62.
That will do. Well,
59.
the highest recorded average here at the Modus Super Series is a long way north of that. 122.69 from Daryl Pilgrim against
96.
Denny Olderkalter. Record for the most 180s in a match
80.
is 9. Bet you can't guess who hit that, Trina.
Well, I bet I can because it's up there in front of me.
95.
You meant to say the Premier League champion. And of course, 2-time series winner here, the Modus Super Series, Luke Littler.
100.
Still averaging 106. Jamie Kelly.
96.
Cressy averaging 90.
He's missed a
53.
couple of darts at double,
Georgia
George Cressy.
154.
That was for the 1-0 lead in the opening leg. He's not done a great deal wrong. But he's doing a lot right with this.
134.
It's a good attempt. He will be back for double 10.
59. Georgia Car 20.
So is this double 10 going to be lucky for him? Double 5 then. Is that too close?
Getting shot on the
It's a
third leg.
perfect
George
dart
Cressy.
there from George Cressy. Gets a
Fourth
leg on the
Jamie to
board.
throw first. Game on.
Holds his throw in 18. Here goes Kellin again.
140.
Just the 140 this time. We're used to for him hitting 180s at the moment.
100. One of them 40.
Well, two 140s back to back. That will do, he says. Cressy finds a maximum
180.
for his reply.
A pair of 180s apiece. We're only into the fourth leg. Kelling once again in range after 9 darts.
91.
Important
Jerry Carr,
last treble for
136.
Cressy. 130 is a kinder finish than 136. But can't follow with the second 60.
96.
Leaves
Georgia
himself
Carr,
tops then. Should he
130.
return? Should Cressy not take out this 130? Well, he's on target for it. It's bullseye. For a 130 checkout.
94.
Some distance
Jerry
away.
Carr, 40.
A bit of a cringe there for George Cressy. And now Kellin has the chance to go 3-1 up.
Getting shot on the fourth leg.
Pins
Jamie
it with his
Kelly.
first start. And does indeed take a
Fifth leg, George
3-1
to throw
lead.
first. Game on.
This is pretty ruthless stuff from Jamie Kelling. Averaging 103. 3 out of 5 on the doubles.
A 13 dart leg
60.
as well.
Yeah,
Now you see 14, 12, 18 by Cressy and a 13 darter there for Kellin.
well, when you think of the darts that Cressy has
96.
missed, he has missed 6 of them in this match. A couple of them in the first leg to go 1-0 up. He missed the ball there to make it 2-2 at the end of the combination on 130.
One of them 40.
He's averaging 95, George Cressy, and he's still being kept comfortably at
100.
arm's length by Jamie Kelling.
It's a good battle.
100.
It's a good find with the last start there as well by Cressy. Look at this from Kellin.
128. $96. 39. Georgia Car,
Poor visit.
105.
Cressy maintains the advantage. Gives him a shot at 32.
Gain shot on the
And
fifth
it's a
leg,
sweet
George
shot
Cressy.
as well.
Six
32
leg Jamie
to
to
make
throw
it
first.
3-2.
Game on.
Another 15 darter. Puts him within one of Kellin. But Kellin now throwing for the match.
58.
Kicks off with a 58. Can Cressy punish that score? Well, he's straight in on the treble 20.
100. $96.
Well, you can see there in the scoring, Cressy has more scores of 90 or more, but it's those two treble turns that Kelling has just been able to
57.
gain the edge on. The averages are just starting to merge now, come a little bit closer together. He's no longer averaging above a ton, Kelling.
$100.
Finds a ton there.
$80.
That's a good last start from Cressy. Picks off the treble 19.
$47.
So Cressy just needs to stay straight here. Needs a treble. Can he find it with his last start to leave himself
94.
a finish? He can. Leaves himself the big fish.
One of them,
But it's under pressure.
Georgia Car, 170.
There's one of them. He needs another one. Finds it. The bullseye for a 170 checkout. Oh, and he's just a
145.
whisker away.
Georgia Car, 60.
That would have levelled the game. He might now lose the game. It's the second bull he's missed in the match at the end of a big combo. That's the biggest combo you can get. Can he squeeze one underneath? Moves over a little more.
40.
Can't find
Georgia
his
Car,
mark.
25.
And now then, the opportunity arises for Cressy. 9 for double 8.
Just taking his time. Hasn't taken his eye off
Gain
the
shot on the
target.
sixth leg, George
Pins
Cressy.
double 8 to take us to another
Seventh final
deciding
George
leg.
to throw first.
Whereupon Cressy has
Game on.
the advantage by throwing first.
$96.
Again, a good last start there from George.
$100.
Well, you mentioned it earlier on, Trina. The old George Cressy might have given out the big one.
99.
Nothing. Nothing on his face at all. Just a little wince after missing the bullseye on the big fish. But when he does take out the 25 points to make it 3-3, barely
60.
a flicker of emotion on his face.
Yeah, before as a young lad he'd be rolling his head around, huffing and puffing.
139.
But yes, so composed, so focused.
One of them, 40. Georgia Car, 167.
167 then. Needed the treble 20 to start the ball rolling.
60.
Can only find 60.
Well, George Cressy was 2-0 down and 3-1 down in this match.
59.
He's
Georgia
won
Car,
the last couple of
107.
legs. And he has this to win the match entirely. Double 18. What
Gain
a
shot on the
shot
match,
to
George
win.
Cressy.
What a performance to win. 2 ton plus checkouts in the last 3 legs, kept him alive in the match. And he's taken one to win the match as well. Jamie Kelling was marching into a lead, went 2-0 in front through a 12 darter, then hit tops for a 13 darter to make it 3-1, but a 105 and then a 107 means that George Cressy wins it 4 legs to 3. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where it's Group B action tonight, and we kicked off with Big John Henderson, who was immaculate on the outer ring in beating Lee Cox 4-3. Did not miss a single dart at double. Scott Campbell continued the impressive start for the Scotsman. He beat George Cressy by 4 legs to 1, featuring 2 ton plus finishes, a 130 and a 1-2-3 on the bullseye, the 2 highlights for the man from Aberdeen. And then we had a string of 4-3 results. Lee Cox edging out Jamie Kelling in an excellent affair where the finishing was also very, very tidy indeed. Scott Campbell took out John Henderson in the Battle of the Scots. Hendo missing 2 match darts in that game. Campbell went on to win. And then George Cressy, we've just seen him survive from 2-0 down and 3-1 down, 2 ton plus finishes in the last 3 legs to win it 4-3. Well, we've had some exciting stuff And here are the results from those opening fixtures. John Henderson got us underway with a 4-2 win, where he was, as we say, 100% on the doubles. Then Campbell got in on the party with some ton plus finishing. And then look at that, 3 back-to-back last leg deciders. If that tells us anything, it tells us that this group could be close. This is how it shapes up at the moment. Scott Campbell with 2 from 2 sits on the top of the pile with 4 points, but John Henderson, Lee Cox and George Cressy cannot be separated with a win apiece. Jamie Kelling might feel hard done by. He's hit more maximums than anyone else. He's just averaged 95 and lost, yet to pick up a win from his 2 matches. Next up, we see the return of Lee Cox to the stage. He takes on Scott Campbell. And we spoke about Lee maybe just suffering a little bit with injury and a lack of confidence, Trina, but he did pick up a victory over Jamie Kelling, 4-3 in a last leg decider. He was beaten by John Henderson in his opening match and just probably missed a couple too many darts at double. That being said, when Hendo was getting down to double, he wasn't missing. So we've seen a win and a loss for Lee Cox. It'll be a tricky test, as it always is, against Scott Campbell. How do you think he'll be feeling confidence-wise? Probably not great after that start.
Well, he can take with him that 4-3 victory over Jamie Kelling. And although, as you were saying, Jamie has 55. No points to his name at the moment, he has played well. He had 3 maximums in that game against Lee Cox.
55.
Lost by 4 legs to 3. Cox averaging 90.85 in that. So he's got to remember that his last game was a win.
82.
And it was a good performance.
$45.
Yeah, and a win would put him level with Scott Campbell on points. 2 wins from 3 games. This is not all doom and gloom.
180.
However, that maximum from Scott Campbell.
$60.
Will not make him feel any better.
$96.
Leaves himself 88 after 12, does Campbell.
One of them 40. He's got to count 88.
Well, doesn't need to go 18 ball route. There's no outshot for Cox.
48.
Just tidies up and leaves himself tops.
Well, had the room to be creative there with Cox on 171. It's ended up with an opportunity at tops.
40.
Can he find it to break? Double 10. Back up to double 5.
35.
Well, now then, he's left himself tops and he's not able to hit it, and Cox has crept up behind him.
$16.
This is the opportunity to hold his throw. Campbell looking at 5. 1 for double 2. For first blood. That looks awkward. Having to move across the oche.
3. Well, you
just over pitches it. And Cox looking at double 8 now for a holder throw. Pins it with his first start and does indeed hold his throw.
Second leg,
It's
Scott
1-0.
to throw first. Game on.
Now, if I remember rightly, as I was saying earlier, as a left-hander, left-handers normally prefer like the double 10 side of the
55.
board rather than the double 16, double 8. Now, if I remember correctly, the conversation that I had with Scott some time back,
100.
he says he doesn't like double 10, which is unusual for a lefty.
And what's his reasoning for that? Did he go any deeper? Oh, go on, grab it
140.
quick. There we go. Very casual. It was clinging on. Maybe it was in there a little bit more than it looked on camera. Could be back to back. It's better.
180.
Well, he did well there to compose himself after dropping his third dart on the floor, retrieving and then finding another treble.
So why does he hate double 10 so much?
I don't
Green?
know.
77.
I think it's just maybe a mental block.
Should we ask him? Well, let me just bang on the window.
Yeah, hang
100.
on a sec.
Scott! Why do you hate double 10? No, he's ignoring me. Must have something more important on his mind.
Mm-hmm. You didn't shout loud enough.
126. For you, 121.
Well, leaves him Nelson 1-1-1.
35. Scott the car 103.
103 then for Campbell. This to level. Yes.
Getting
Yes.
shown the second leg, Scott Campbell.
Takes out the 103 to level the
Third leg leader
match.
throw first. Game on.
And it's one apiece. 15 darter there for Scott Campbell.
A third ton plus checkout of the night for Scott Campbell to go with the pair of
96.
ton toppers he hit against George Cressy earlier on tonight. That was a 130 and a 123, and he's just added the 103 to his collection.
$60. One of them, 40. $100. $95.
Sneaks a treble with the last. A good last start for Lee Cox. Does give him a finish, but it's the biggest finish on offer.
139.
Good darts
Lee
there from Campbell.
170.
But it's 170. He's gone wayward into the 5 bed.
85.
Does recover slightly with his last dart.
Again, it's that last start. Did a lot of heavy lifting there for Lee Cox. How about this? How about that
162.
for
Lee
Scott
85.
Campbell? A 162 to leave himself tops, and now the pressure really is on. And that's unlucky for Crafty Coxie because he's just narrowly the wrong side of the wire. 45 was the target, would have left him tops. It's still alive on double 11. Brilliant.
shown the third leg,
Absolutely
Lee Cox.
brilliant from Cox. Under that pressure from Campbell, who had
Four
hit
legs
the
shot in
big
third
3
first.
treble
Game
score to
on.
leave himself tops. Cox wayward with his first dart, recovered with the second, and pins the double with the third, and that's a 2-1 lead for him.
Yeah, recovers well from that loose start.
139.
And that's what makes you a good player. It's okay making mistakes if you can rectify them.
99.
then all the better.
Struggling to think of the last time that someone finished 85 on double 11, but as you said, it doesn't matter as long as you rescue it.
98.
It had to go because Campbell was on tops and you didn't see him missing.
100. $58.
Should start on the 18s here. Well, that was the idea, but slipped into the
123.
treble one there. Recovers somewhat. However, no finish left. He's finding them treble 18s, isn't he?
92.
Leaves himself 114 after 12, Campbell.
Well, he's been the man for ton plus finishes
59.
tonight.
Scott the car 114.
He has indeed. Can he achieve another? No is the answer on this occasion.
$32.
Well, I'm a touch
Leah car
confused there.
120.
He took a pause before throwing. I'm not sure why. There were no darts in the board or see anything that distracted him.
95.
Double
Scott the
ball
car
finish.
82.
Very close to being executed by Lee Cox.
Yeah, great effort. It's Campbell now. He's probably looking at the same target. He might go 14s. Okay, he goes 18s. Now 14s. Double 11.
60. Leah car
Well,
25.
that would have been the second leg on the trot. Finishing on a double 11. It's double 8 now. And now double 4 for Lee Cox.
17. Scott the car 22.
How important will those missed darts be for a breaker throwing a 3-1 lead? Would have been serving out for the match had they gone in. Double 11 then. Second time we've seen it thrown at in this match. And the
Finish on the
second
fourth leg,
time it's
Scott
been
Campbell.
hit. This time it's Scott Campbell who gets it.
Fifth leg leader throw first. Game on.
Well, all's well that ends well for Scott Campbell. I think he's
58.
made harder work of that than he probably should have done.
Scoreline stands at 2-2. Both 2 from 8 on their
50.
doubling. Both around the 85 mark as far as averages are concerned.
100.
So all pretty equal at the moment. One apiece on the maximums as well.
One of them 40.
Both got blue and white on their shirts.
100.
Both got tattoos on their arms. Both got 3 darts in their hands.
Both wearing trousers. I'm running out of ideas.
80.
Campbell's got other ideas. Maximum to leave him 131. Now, is he going to go new school or traditional?
One of them
51
40.
tops
Scott
is the
car
Neo
131.
way to do it. There's the 51. Tops incoming. Doesn't get it started, but he's not far away.
111.
Well, recovers well.
Leah car 103.
But 103 now for Cox. 84. Needed a treble 20 for double 12. Finds it in the treble
34.
5 bed. And a vicious bounce
Scott
out with
car
a third.
20.
He hates double 10. He loathes it. He despises double 10. He loves it. What are we
Told
talking
ya.
about?
Scott Campbell.
Nonsense. Absolute stupid conversation.
6-leg Scotch is
I must have dreamt
first.
that conversation. I'm sure he said he hated double 10. But clearly,
Game on.
on this occasion, he doesn't.
Well, I don't think you're the only person he's divulged his hatred of double 10 to, Trina. But he loved it there. He had no choice. Sails into the bed.
140.
Gives him the 3-2 lead and the darts in this leg to potentially win it.
47.
Well,
134.
kicks off with a 140 and then follows it with a 134. That's a great reply from Lee Cox. Finds a 140 of his own. But look at Campbell.
140.
Another 140 from him. 3 140s on the trot from these guys.
85. Scott the cat 87.
87 then for the match.
$55.
Didn't need to go for the 20 bullseye route. Campbell
125.
returns.
Scott the car 32.
Double 16 for the match.
To keep himself top of the group. Double 8. It's another
showing
win
that,
for
Scott
Scott Campbell. This one different to the rest, having to come from behind, having to survive a couple of scares. In the end, too good for Lee Cox. A 93.6 average. Another ton plus checkout in there, his third of the night, and he stays top of the pile in Group B.
Welcome back to the Modus Super Series here live on Pluto TV. Before the break, we've seen Scott Campbell take a 4-2 win over Lee Cox, averaging 93.60. 103 checkout for him as well. Now John Henderson sitting at number 2 in the table at the moment, takes on number 3 in George Cressy. Both on 2 points, however, Henderson is ahead on leg difference. So an important match for both.
First leg, John
here.
through first. Game on.
One will move themselves into second place.
.45.
Not a great start for Hendo.
.100.
Cressy finds a ton.
.57. One of them, 40.
Great darts from Cressy. Ton 40 found.
.41.
This is not a good start from Henderson. 45, 57 and 41 for Hendo. A ton 40 and another ton 40 for Cressy. Leaves himself 1-2-1 after 9. And Henderson got a lot to do if he's to hold
135. Georgia Carr,
this leg.
121. .43. .59. Georgia Carr, 78.
Treble 18 then. 20 now for tops. For first blood,
58.
just
Georgia
underneath.
Carr, 164.
Outside chance for Henderson then. The 164. Finds the treble 20. Can he find the treble 18? Not quite.
132.
Stays
Georgia
there,
Carr,
finds
20.
it with his third though. Cressy now looking at double 10 for
on
the
the
first
first
leg
leg,
of
Cressy.
this match, and a break of throw.
Second leg, George to throw first.
Good
Game on.
16 dart leg there.
.57.
I think people sometimes forget the accolades that Big John Henderson does have attached to his name. A World Cup winner for Scotland in the PDC
95.
alongside Peter Wright. He reached the European Tour final, in fact. That was all the way back in 2015, back in the early days of the Euro Tour. In World Seniors
60.
Darts, a winner of the World Championship and the World Match Play and the World Masters, all in the same year. Semi-finalist at the
42.
World Grand Prix. Quarter-finalist at the European Championship. A couple of appearances in the Premier League as a challenger back in those days. So he has done so much in
60.
his career, John Henderson. I think sometimes he's overlooked as a dart player for what he's done.
He is. He's been around a long, long time. Like you say, his
78.
most recent world titles then has been in the seniors. And I've just got to point out that in 2024, when he won that, he had me in the first round of that one.
58.
And I did manage to get a set off him. So, but he went on to win.
It's always a thing with dart players, and I think in any sport, you don't like to lose, but if you get
100.
beaten by the person who goes on to win the title, you kind of go, oh, well, at least it was them.
It makes it a little bit easier, doesn't it? It's kind of like, well, at least I got beaten by the winner.
96.
Cressy leaves himself 170.
Biggest
That's
finish.
great darts there by Henderson.
170.
Yeah, so nicely done. The biggest finish so far tonight is finished on the bullseye. That was a 130. Well, you see a
98. John
170.
Nicar, 65.
Well, that particular 130 from Campbell was finished on double five, but you can finish 130 on the bullseye. An outer bull was the aim for Henderson there. Would have left him tops. Eventually
on the
does get
second
to
leg, John
tops and does
Henderson.
hit tops to make this game level, and it's a
Third leg,
break
John
of
to
throw.
throw first. Game on.
Levels in 18 darts.
One of them, 40. $123.
Well, George from Maidstone in Kent throws a 22-gram dart.
100.
Hendo slightly heavier, 24.
$81.
George's dart looks quite short in comparison anyway to Hendo's.
85.
They both sit in the board very differently. Hendo's tend to sit up. George's sit flat.
Speaking of short darts, there's a little link there.
60.
Because someone you mentioned earlier on was Andy Fordham.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy had particularly short darts, didn't he? They almost were engulfed by his huge hands when he went to throw.
Short,
100.
dumpy darts.
Yeah, little
Quite
bullet kind of
Yeah,
things, weren't they?
bullets, yeah.
Yeah. What a player he was.
He was indeed. A lovely man as well.
100. John Nicar, 76.
2004 BDO World Champion Andy Fordham. Henderson, 20 years later than that, the Seniors World Champion.
Games on the third leg,
And
John
darts
Henderson.
like that is the reason why he won that
Fourth leg,
title.
George to throw first.
76
Game on.
to go with the 65 in the last leg. And look at that, for the second time tonight, John Henderson not messing around on the doubles, 100% in this match.
45.
Yeah, 2 from 2. It's that double top that he's finding time and time again.
41.
I mean, when you think of players that are prolific tops finishers,
180.
you'd have to think of Robert Thornton as being the best or one of the best.
He's definitely up there. He was someone who sprung to
100.
my mind as well. And then, of course, in modern times, Gedwin Price, Luke Littler, we know how good he is on tops, but he's amazing on every double. James Wade, a real tops and tens guy.
60.
There are some contenders, but Robert Thornton's definitely in and amongst that mix for sure. Ryan Searle, also really good on tops when he gets it cooking.
83.
He's absolutely deadly.
If we're talking old school, though, then it was Robert Thornton at the time. At his peak, it
44.
was definitely Robert Thornton.
Well, I said that John Henderson's career achievements are sometimes overlooked. You could say the same thing about Robert Thornton. I think people forget how much he won, and he won major
82.
honours as well in the PDC. He's a proper player. Hasn't perhaps shown the best of himself when he's been down here at the Super Series in recent times, but he is an unbelievable player
55.
and one of the legends for sure.
$85. George Nicar,
117 then for
117.
Cressy. $17 then for tops. For a level match,
97.
He's pulled that low.
110.
How
He's
many?
not happy with that.
Yeah, how many times do you see that, Trina? Treble, then down for the 17, and then you drop it low when you're going back upstairs again. John
Finish on the fourth
Henderson,
leg, John Henderson.
still 100% on the doubles.
Fifth leg, John to through
Could he
first.
potentially, for a second match tonight, go through an entire game without missing a dart at double? This time a 110. The last time he went immaculate, he also had a ton check out. This time it's a ton 10.
100.
Super finishing from the Highlander.
100.
Cressy here. 1 from 3. Which isn't a bad
68.
outshot rate. But it's just John Henderson is not giving him any chances.
One of them, 40.
Good 140 there from Cressy. But Hendo fires back
One of them, 40.
with one of his own.
$57.
Well, no treble is bad news for Cressy, because it means Henderson's going to get down to a finish first. Yes, he's on his own darts, but look at him go.
141.
He leaves himself 52 after 12. But what a shot there from Cressy.
180.
Puts the
John
pressure
O'Carr,
on.
52.
Big 12. Tops. And
Big
for the
John
second
Henderson.
time tonight, Big John Henderson is faultless on his doubles. Every single one of them on tops. Every single one of them hit first dart of asking. Look at that, 100% again for the second time this evening. It also included a ton plus checkout, just like in his first game, this time a 110. George Cressy could do nothing about it. A big win for the Highlander, who takes it 4-1.
Oh my word, that is world class.
Really? Really?
Game shot on the fourth leg.
First weekly win.
Game start and the match and the Series 12, week 7.
Winning 15 matches in a row, winning all of his games 4-3 tonight, including the final. Good heavens! Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, Tomoyo Goto.
You're kidding me. Not another one.
Game shot on the third leg.
That's
Tom
another
Lonsdale.
one.
As the champion, it's match start. Keegan rolls back to the earth in the most sensational fashion.
We're in week 5 of Series 14, and on Saturday night we will have our winner. That will take us to week 6, and there will be another player there who books their spot in Champions Week. Here's who we've got for you next week at the Modus Super Series. Keegan Brown, Callum Goffin, Jose Justicia, Brian Roman, Tomoyo Goto and Rob Grundy all in Group A. Then Tommy Lishman amongst the names in Group B. Aaron Turner, Lonsdale and Neil all in Group C. You will not want to miss it, and the action starts on Monday morning, live and free here on Pluto TV. Remarkably, that would put us halfway through the series already. That's gone by in the blink of an eye, hasn't it? But tonight has not quite been as pacey as maybe we would have expected, because there have been a lot of tight encounters, a lot of 4-3s. The last game, comprehensive though, because John Henderson, the Highlander, for the second time this evening, has run through a match immaculately on the outer ring. 100%, 4 from 4 in his doubles. It included a ton 10 checkout and an 89 average. Now, though, we see Scott Campbell, the man who beat John Henderson earlier on tonight, and currently sits top of the group with 3 wins from 3 games. Speaking of immaculate, he'll be looking to keep up his immaculate winning record against Jamie Kelling, who is yet to win a game, but might feel hard done by because he's hit more maximums than everyone else. He's averaged 95 in one of his games as well and been edged out. He's not played poorly by any stretch of the imagination, yet he finds himself way back.
Yeah, absolutely. He has played well, and he's just been the wrong side of the scoreline, hasn't he? But he's played some
100.
top quality darts this evening. As you say, heads the maximum column.
99.
But yes, I would. If I was him, I would feel a little hard done by.
100.
But as you say, Scott Campbell has the opportunity here for a clean sheet this evening.
120. Scott the car 161.
Looking at 161.
$45.
Scott Campbell's already had a 130, a 123 and a 103 checkout.
58. Scott the car
In
116.
tonight's play. Can he make another ton plus finish here? Top cent for a 116.
Green shot the first leg, Scott
And
Campbell.
it's another ton plus checkout for the Scotsman.
Second leg, Jamie to throw
Scott
first.
Campbell leads by 1 leg to 0. 15 dart leg.
That's 4 now tonight
40.
for Scott Campbell. And this is his 4th game.
Well, he had the 2, the 130 and the 123 in game number 2 against George Cressy.
100.
A 103 against his game against Lee Cox in game number 6.
140.
And then that one there against Jamie Kelling.
Well, what is it that everyone else has got against
60.
Jamie Kelling? That's the 3rd time he's been on the receiving end of a ton plus checkout tonight.
100.
Well, the action continues tomorrow here on Pluto TV. Do join us tomorrow afternoon for Group C's conclusion.
180.
Scott Campbell's finding some good form here, isn't he?
$60. Scott the car 161.
161 plays 161. Can't be done now, but it can be set up. At 84 left, he mutters to himself, and he'd be spot on with it.
Germany car 161.
Well, can Kellen get over the line with this one? He can't. Pitches high for the treble 20. Finds it with his second.
99. Sort of car 59.
But is it too late as Campbell looks at 59? Top sent. And tops his hit. What is it about these Scotsmen tonight? Hitting that tops.
First.
As double 10 seemed to be massive this afternoon for Group C. It seems that tops is massive for at least the Scots anyway this evening.
Well, maybe they are channeling their inner Robert Thornton.
60.
Hendo hit tops every single time. First start of asking in his last match. And now Scott Campbell 100% on the outer ring as he goes 2-0 up.
60. $100. $15.
Puff of the cheeks. Oh, we both said the same thing because we're both thinking the same thing. And he must be thinking the same thing is, what have I done wrong tonight? Because the answer's very little. He's unlucky.
He's having to work very hard for nothing at the moment. And
24.
And now he's just not getting the look. So he will walk away today feeling very despondent. Not having got more out of this evening.
100.
For his efforts.
Conclusion of Group C, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on Pluto TV, or 1 o'clock this afternoon, seeing as we're now past midnight and into Friday. Ashley Coleman currently top of Group C. Campbell, top of this group, Group B, and looking to run through the card with 4 wins from 4 on day 1.
105.
Leaves himself double 18 when he returns. Potential 16 darter.
98. Scott the car 36.
He pins it with his first dart. Takes a 3-0 lead with a 16 dart leg.
And you know what that means? He's still immaculate.
125.
Look at that, 15, 14 and 16 darts for Campbell, averaging 100.20.
Yeah, 45 darts to win 3 legs. Have some of that, Jamie Kelling. He's not done yet.
100. $100.
Jamie Kelling does have one more game to come after this. It's the final game of this evening. It's against John Henderson. Presuming that Scott Campbell is going to win this one, he has got one final chance to win a match. Because this one is almost certainly going to be Campbell's to win.
And that's his second maximum
41
of this game. Kelling just not getting the rub of the green.
60. One of them 40.
That's a good one, 40.
61.
Puts himself in a good position. And he'll be hoping that he will return for that 95. And he will have a chance at it.
$102. Jimmy car 95.
19s then. Treble first. That leaves the double. Still room there.
76.
couldn't guide it over the
Total
top.
59.
Tried to loop that over the top there, but pitched it too high. And it's tops now for Campbell. Tops is pinned first start again by Scott Campbell, and he takes the victory by 4 legs to 0, 100% on his Dublin, 4 from 4. Poor old Jamie Kellin, he must think, what have I got to do to get a win? Well, he hasn't tonight. And when we come back after the break, it's George Cressy and Lee Cox. Well, welcome back, and here we see the Group B table. Scott Campbell runs the card, finishes his evening on 8 points, followed by John Henderson on 4, 2 for Lee Cox and George Cressy, and at the bottom of the table is Jamie Kellin, and would feel hard done by not to get anything out of this evening. But speaking now to Scott Campbell is Niall.
Thanks, Trina. Yeah, I've got Scott alongside me here now, and Scott, you must be pretty satisfied with your night's work. 4 games, 4 wins.
Yeah, delighted with that. Seeing the group last week when it was posted, I would have been quite happily winning 2 out of 4 tonight, if I'm being honest. To win 4 out of 4, yeah, extremely happy.
how impressed have you been with your finishing tonight? 4 ton plus finishes, plus that last game where you were immaculate on your doubles. Tops has just been flying in for you tonight. The finishing has been superb, hasn't it?
Yeah, it had to be. My finishing's normally a little bit my weaker game. It's normally my scoring, it's fine, but with the heat in this building, I was throwing high quite a lot, so my finishing pulled me out pulled me out of it a little bit.
What is it with you Scotsmen tonight? Hendo's gone 100% on his doubles twice tonight. You did it just there. Have you just been having a battle on tops in the practice room to see who can hit it the most? Because you just haven't seemed to be missing the pair of you.
Yeah, well, listen, like I snuck it against Hendo. He had a couple of match darts against me. He's not quite back to his normal self yet, but he will be. He's getting there. It's good to see him coming back. But yeah, the doubles are flying for me and John tonight. So if we can keep that going, get to Saturday night, I'll be fine.
The job yet to be fully done, but you're pretty much confirmed, albeit a couple of points required maybe tomorrow. But to get the work done early in the first day, that must give you a bit of a relaxing feeling heading into tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't want to relax too much, because you relax too much, then all of a sudden you start losing games and you start chasing legs. You don't want to be doing that. Just get an early win tomorrow, hopefully, get the job done, and then keep going.
Okay, Scott, thanks very much. Well done. We've got more action on the way coming up very shortly.
Thank you, Niall. And there's the words from Scott Campbell. Very pleased with his night's performance. And so he should be running the card. Now taken to the hockey, we have George Cressy and Lee
George
Cox.
to throw first. Game on.
Lee Cox sitting in third position at present. George close behind, both on 2 points. Lee just ahead on leg
40.
difference. So this, we'll see who moves above
85.
each other. Last game of the evening will be between Jamie Kelly and John Henderson.
100.
That yet to come.
95. $57.
Well, couldn't find a treble on that occasion for Cressy. Chasing around the board for one. But a maximum found there from Lee Cox. Leave himself 141 after 9.
96.
Good last start from Cressy. But it's 141 for Cox. Treble 19's the target. Double 12 then for a 141. Check out.
First leg, Lee Cox.
Super darts by Lee Cox.
Second leg leader throw first.
He takes out the 141 for a breaker throw. And he leads by 1 leg to 0. 14 darter for Coxey.
28.
Well, that was a lovely welcome back to the commentary box.
Yes, hello, Niall. Where have you been?
And speaking to Scott Campbell. And he always speaks really well, I find. He's very switched on, aware of exactly how things have unfolded. He knows that by winning 4 from 4, it is very unlikely that he's going to miss out on a spot in Saturday night. Stranger things have happened, but you know, he knows he's done the bulk of his work. And I asked him whether he was going to feel a little bit more relaxed going into tomorrow because he's won 4 from 4, and he said, well, you can't afford to be. He said that having looked at the lineup, it looks like a Champions Week lineup. There is so much high quality in the field this week. So he's not taking anything for granted.
59.
And he definitely won't. He knows that he's got to keep his foot on the gas, and there's still work to be done. But yeah, what a lovely guy.
140.
Well, Cressy here has left himself 161 after 9.
85. Georgie Carwood in 61.
Putting himself in a good opportunity here, good position for him to break straight back.
129.
Leaves double 16 when he returns. Cox looking for a treble.
60.
To leave himself a finish, but only can find 60, so it's 32 then for Cressy to level. Double 8.
Getting shown the second leg, George
Double 8
Cressy.
is found by George Cressy.
Third leg, George, you through first.
Levels the match at 1 apiece.
Game on. $58.
Well, we're going to see Jamie Kelling up next against John Henderson to finish off the evening's action. And you know, I said earlier on, what does everyone have against Jamie Kelling? They keep putting in ton plus finishes against him. Changed my mind. What does everyone have against George Cressy?
That's true. He's had some good performances this evening and been the wrong side of them as well.
Yeah, it's now 4 ton plus finishes that he's had to watch go in.
$93.
Yeah, 2 from Scott Campbell, the 130 and the 123 in game number 2.
180.
The 141 from Coxey. As he piles in his second maximum of
60.
this match.
Leah Carr, 151. $45.
And the 110 as well in game number 7 from John Henderson. They are the ton plus outshots that George Cressy has had against
96.
him.
Leah Carr, 106.
Well, treble 18 is what he was looking for. You can see what he thinks of it. Misses it by a distance.
66.
Now for
Georgia Carr, 98.
a 2-1 lead. Treble 20. 54 scored with the second dart. So double 12 left. Or next door.
92.
Doesn't bust this
Carr,
score.
40.
But he does leave himself double 3. And he
35.
will now have to throw at double
Georgia
3.
Carr, 6.
It'll be interesting to see whether he decides to split here. Or will he go straight for it? It looks like he's going straight for it. He's just above, so it's 1 now for double 1.
No score.
And he's just
Leah
underneath
Carr,
that
5.
as well.
But he does have those flat line darts, so if he misses low on double 3, it's not the worst compared to someone who has darts that stands up a bit more. Double 1 found for a 5 checkout by Lee Cox. 1-4-1 taken care of to win his first leg, 5 to win his second leg. But that's darts.
And it's a double. So he won't mind that at all.
50.
It's a breaker throw as well from Lee Cox.
$57.
Now, if Cressy and Jamie Kelling go into tomorrow at the back of the order,
44.
can they go into tomorrow with a little bit more belief than the table suggests? Obviously, there are fewer players in Group B and there are more spots up for grabs when it comes to Saturday night. So, with that being said,
100.
Is it a case of, yes, it might look bad on face value, but actually we've not played that poorly today. We've played some good stuff. We've just been out-timed on occasions.
55.
Yeah, I think that, you know, they'll be felt feeling hard done by, of course, you know. It's been unfortunate for them.
100.
Just probably haven't had the look on their side, but going into tomorrow, it's all or nothing, isn't it, for them?
135.
So they'll have to go in with positive attitude.
140.
And Cressy finds a 140 there to leave himself 104 after 12.
91. Georgia Carr 104.
So this to level. Finds the treble 20. Finds the 12. And
Game
finds the
number 4
double
for George
16
Cressy.
for the 104 checkout.
Fifth leg George
To
is on
level
first. Game on.
the match up at 2 apiece with a 15 dart leg. So that's 104 checkout for Cressy, a 141
60.
for Lee Cox in this match. 2 from 6 for Lee, 2 from 7 for George.
100.
12, 15, 21 and 15 dart
58.
legs there.
It's our 10th Ton Plus checkout of the night, and we've still got the rest of this and another game to go. John Henderson with the first, cleaning up a ton.
140.
And Scott Campbell with 2 in a match, 130 and a 1-2-3 on the bull. Cressy with a couple, back-to-back, 105 and a 107 against Kelling in a game that he was behind and went
95.
on to win. Campbell with a 103, Henderson with a 110, Campbell with a 116, and then these two in this match, Cox and Cressy with a 141 and 104 respectively. We have
125.
been treated to ton toppers this evening.
Yeah, and the doubling has been impeccable.
Yeah, John Henderson twice, not missing a
98.
double,
Leo Carr,
primarily on
136.
tops. Campbell did that in one of his games as well.
$60. 100. Leo Carr 76.
Double 8 then.
Game
Double
shot of
8,
fifth leg,
sweet
Lee
as a
Cox.
nut for Lee Cox. Takes out the 76.
Sixth leg leader throw first.
Leads this match by 3 games.
Game on.
3 legs to 2. Now finds himself throwing for the match.
Well, another thing we've had a lot of, apart from good finishing and ton plus finishes, 4 threes.
85.
Yeah, indeed.
Had a healthy chunk of those as well. We might see another one on the way.
And there on that replay, you seen Lee Cox give a little bit of a
100.
snarl as he approaches the hockey. Sorry, approaches the board to retrieve his dart.
125.
He's got the bit between his teeth.
140.
Good darts by Cressy. Ton 40.
80. 91.
Well, for all of the ton plus finishes we've had tonight, the biggest
49.
has been
Georgia Carr,
141
170.
in this match from Cox. Can it be usurped? No, it can't. 162, a bogey number left by
54.
Cox. Cressy will be aware of that, even though he didn't take as much out of that 170 as he should have done.
58. Georgia Carr 116.
Stay there. It's just the wrong side of the wire. Into the treble 5 bed.
56.
Now,
Lee Carr 104.
Lee Cox could wrap it all up here as he looks at 104.
That's in, so it's tops for you. Tops on offer, tops is taken, and he takes the 2 points as well. Excellent final display of the night for Lee Cox. 2 ton plus finishes in there, a 141 to start the match and a 104 to finish it. Cressy hit a 104 of his own, but it wasn't enough. And Lee Cox, again, very decent doubling, a 4-2 win. Final game of the night. This is Group B in Week 5 of Series 14 at the Modus Super Series, your home of live darts, every dart live and free on Pluto TV. As we close in on the end of today's play, we reached the halfway point. We've reached the halfway point of Group C. That was this afternoon. The halfway point of Group B is upon us, and it is Scott Campbell who is guaranteed to be in top spot heading into tomorrow. Ashley Coleman guaranteed and is in top spot in Group C heading into tomorrow. But who will join those two players if it is to be them who make it through to Saturday night? Well, John Henderson is looking to stake a claim as the outright second in the group overnight. And he can do that by inflicting a 4th defeat in a row
85.
on poor Jamie Kelling. And I say poor Jamie Kelling because he's actually played some very impressive stuff. He has not been the whipping boy by any stretch of the imagination. He might be when it comes to the table and the
58.
standings, but performance level has been there. And that just shows how competitive this group is. We've seen John Henderson twice tonight be perfect on the doubles, 100%. We've seen Kelling hit as many of those 180s as anyone else, probably more than anyone else, but he's yet to get a
60.
win
Gemini
to
car
show for it,
96.
Trina. Is this the game where that changes?
Well, he'll be hoping so. He starts off well.
56.
Leaves himself tops after 12. And he'll be hoping to
28.
get
Gemini
over
car
the
40.
line in this leg. Be a holder throw. But it's tops. Now 10s. Double
Finish on
10
the
he
first
finds
leg,
with his
Jamie
second
Kelly.
dart. Leads by 1 leg to
Set
0.
leg John to through first. Game on.
14 darter as well for Jamie Kelling.
180.
Maximum for the Highlander.
One apiece now. As far as that goes.
60. $134.
Great darts from Henderson. 180 followed by 134.
81.
Another 3-figure score would be lovely. It's a little fumble with that 3rd dart in hand.
37.
Well, he is on a finish.
Which way will he go?
3 balls, go on.
100. Jonah Carr, 150.
He won't go 3 balls. Boo.
Well, he does
100.
find the treble 20 with his last dart to leave himself 50 when he returns.
Now go bull.
I don't
60.
think he'll do that
Jonah
either.
Carr, 50.
I think you're allergic to my antics.
I think he's going to do 10 tops.
Getting shot on the
Well,
second
he does
leg,
find
John
it with his
Henderson.
second dart of asking.
Third leg Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Of course he does. He's barely missed tops all night.
Levels up at 1 apiece. And Kellin here kicks off with the maximum.
180.
That's the 3rd in this match so far. The 3rd in as many legs.
55.
I make that 7 180s now for Jamie Kelling. Across the group so far,
100.
0 wins.
$100.
Remember Jamie coming late to this week's play.
And how hard is that when you're a kind of a late substitute, a reserve, if you will,
60.
substitution for someone who was meant to be here? Is that difficult because maybe you're not expecting to play and then all of a sudden you've got to get your stuff together in a suitcase and then it's a case of, I'm playing darts, and you don't really have time to mentally prepare?
43.
Yeah, it can be, but
Gemini Carr,
if we go back
161.
to the other week, Mike Huntley was brought in at last minute as well. And he ended up winning the week.
It worked
130.
out pretty well for him in the end.
$95. Gemini Carr, 31.
31 then for Kellin. 15 for double 8. Oh, and he's
No score.
pitched it slightly high. into the double 11 bed. He will return though. Henderson back on 208. He don't know where to go here. He's doing a bit of a jig across the hockey.
60. Check. 100. Jeremy Carr, 31.
It's the last game of the night. Hendo can see the funny side. That'll take the smile away.
Jimmy Kelly. Fullback John
Jamie Kelly
first.
leads by 2 legs to 1.
Well, 80.
Well, there's one on the floor. And I think you'll find that Paul Hinks may have picked that up for John with his bad back.
100.
What happens if Hinksy gets a bad back? Are we going to have to run down from the commentary box and pick it up for him?
One of them, 40.
Yeah, just to reiterate the situation, Henderson has a bit of a bad back, so does Lee Cox, and I think that the pair of them have requested that
100.
if there is a bounce out and Paul Hinks is in the vicinity, if he could kindly reach to the floor and pick it back up for them.
41.
Have you ever seen a more elegant picking up of a dart off the hockey?
Such grace as he sweeps across
60.
the hockey. Swoops in to rescue Henderson.
100. $60. Johnny Carr, 140.
Hendo has 6 from here. Is he going to persevere? Yeah, he wants to leave tops. He's going to try and burgle a 60.
60.
Well, 71.
127.
Going for the treble,
Johnny
17
Carr,
to leave
80.
double 10. But it's Henderson looking at 80.
Why
2
not?
tops.
Why
Reach
not,
on the
John
full break,
Henderson?
John Henderson.
Well, why not indeed? He's
Looks
been
like
hitting
Jamie
it
to
all
throw
night.
first.
Why
Game
not
on.
go for it now? It makes sense.
Well, he really should have switched away in the last visit. There was so much traffic in his way to that 60, but he was so eager to
100.
leave tops that he kept hammering away on that 20 bed or 20 segment. Left himself 80. And like you say, the tops has been flushed so
60.
many times tonight by Hendo. He was 100% on his doubles in one game, every single one on tops. Why not go for it?
It makes sense, doesn't it?
$30.
And there's that wry smile from Jamie Kellin in the background. Probably thinking, you cheeky monkey.
100.
But it's not cheeky.
57.
It's a legitimate way to go, especially when you've been hitting tops so prolifically throughout the evening.
140.
Well, this might be considered a shoddy doubling display from John Henderson. He's only 50% on his doubles.
100.
That's half of what he's been in
Shocking.
2 games.
Shocking.
What's he playing at?
$100. 96. Johnny Carr 101.
Doesn't matter if it's tops or double 12, whatever it is. John Henderson in this kind of mood is going to hit the double.
Another ton plus checkout. 101 there for Henderson. Against poor Jamie Kellin.
100.
He's getting a battering from everybody tonight with their checkouts.
60.
And as you said earlier, he's not the whipping boy by any means, but everybody's just seemed to have performed the best against him.
40.
And another maximum from Jamie Kellin, who easily leads in the 180 total.
100.
8 for the group for Jamie Kellin. Clears everyone else.
83. Johnny Carr 161.
So to finish the night then, John. Okay.
I'm just looking here to see where Jamie Kellin has gone wrong.
125
on his doubles. He's been 43% on his doubles. He's only missed 2 darts at double in another match where he's ended up getting washed away by Scott Campbell. He's been unlucky tonight, but Henderson, he's been magnificent, but
18.
We'll have to wait because Kellin now has the opportunity to level the game.
Decides to split. 1 dart in hand to save the match. And he's pulled it on the inside.
Johnny Carr 18.
All about timing today for Kellin. He's not done a lot wrong. He's just missed doubles at pretty important times. He's not missed many doubles. It's just the timing. Speaking of not missing many doubles, John Henderson pins it and picks himself up another victory. It's only 40% on the doubles this time. That's rubbish compared to what he's had before. 101 checkout, the highlight for the Highlander. And a 4-2 win, which puts him 2nd place in the group overnight. We will discuss all of the action after the break. 50% of the way through Group B here in Week 5 of Series 14, and 50% is a paltry number compared to some of the doubling statistics we've seen tonight. John Henderson twice, 100% success rate on his doubles. Scott Campbell once 100% success rate on his doubles. And quite ironic that Scott Campbell beat Jamie Kelling 4-0 because 4-0, 40, tops has been flying in tonight. Those were the last few results we saw, and this is what it translates to when it comes to the Group B table. It is Scott Campbell with 4 wins from 4, completing the card, out in front on 8 points. It will take pretty much a miracle for him not to make Saturday night, a miracle in the negative sense, if that is such a thing. John Henderson with a victory in that final game puts him on 6 points. He's in a strong position as well. Cox on 4, Cressy on 2, and Jamie Kelling, unfortunate not to get a single victory in Group B tonight. Well, welcome back to the studio here in the live lounge in Portsmouth. Trina Gulliver's been watching the action alongside me all evening, and well, I'll tell you what, where do you want to start? Because there are so many talking points tonight, Trina, it's difficult to pick one.
There are, but the one that stands out is the finishing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been impeccable tonight. You know, like you said, 100% for Campbell, 100% for Henderson on 2 occasions. So, you know, it's just been phenomenal tonight. The ton plus out shots that we've had, brilliant. The amount of 180s that Jamie Kelling has had, and yet he doesn't have a point to his name.
We thought the group might be competitive. We thought it might be exciting, but even this maybe surpassed some of our expectations. Some of the boys, like Hendo, have been here all week, so to hit kind of top gear now, it's perfect timing for them, because if they do qualify, then it means they're in good stead for Saturday night.
Well, exactly, and I mean, Hendo's been hitting them tops like, well, so easy.
Yeah.
And in fact, he had 80 left at one time, on one occasion, and decides to go tops. And why wouldn't you when he's hitting it all night long?
Well, Scott Campbell was pretty hot on tops as well. Let's take a look at how he's got on tonight, because he is top of Group B heading into tomorrow. Campbell with a bunch of ton plus finishes, more ton plus finishes than anyone else. He said when we spoke to him after completing the card with 4 wins from 4 that his scoring is normally his strongest asset, and he can be a bit shaky on the finishing. This bullseye finish on 1, 2, 3, just one of the ton plus checkouts that he had. It just shows how dangerous a player he can be if he can knit the scoring together with the finishing, because that's what he's done tonight.
Yeah, he's had a combination of everything knitting together, like you say. His scoring was there, his finishing was impeccable as well. So, yeah, everything fell in place for Campbell tonight, and he was very impressive.
Yeah, here's another one of those big finishes that he produced for us. He's a very savvy character as well, Scott Campbell. He knows that barring pretty much a disaster tomorrow and unprecedented almost circumstances, he is going to be back here for Saturday night. He says that he's not going to give himself the luxury of relaxing tomorrow, because you never know and it's such a quality group. But he must internally feel really pleased that he's probably eased a little bit of pressure heading into tomorrow.
Oh, he'll definitely be pleased with himself, you know, of today's, and he'll take that until tomorrow. He's thinking, he'll go from here thinking, well, I've played really well tonight. So he'll want to continue that tomorrow. He will not take his foot off the gas, because when you start getting a little bit lazy, lapsadaisy, things can happen. A few results go the wrong way for you, and you could find yourself in trouble. You won't want that to happen.
Well, there was nothing lazy about Big John Henderson's finishing tonight, particularly on tops. If you thought Scott Campbell was good with the ton plus finishing, what about this fella? Unbelievable. 2 times tonight, he was immaculate on the outer ring. One of the games, tops, first art of asking, when required, every single time. He also had a couple of ton plus finishes in there as well. That was one of them we just saw against Cressy. You mentioned that tops finish on 80 in one of his matches as well. Effectively, the one way to stop John Henderson tonight is to stop him getting to a finish. You have to outscore him, because he was taking out everything. Here's that tops.
Yeah, indeed. You know, it's just, you have, like you say, you've got to outscore him. If he continues that form going into tomorrow with his finishing, then the only way it seems to beat him is to outscore him.
Okay, well, let's take a look at Who should we take a look at next? I'll let you choose, because it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it, with who we've had and how well everyone's played. I'm struggling to kind of... I know we could probably go in table order with who to look at, but I'm not sure if that's particularly fair, because we've seen players play well and not get anything for it tonight.
Okay, let's talk about George Cressy then.
Let's do that.
George has had a similar night to Jamie, where he hasn't done much wrong, but he's just been the wrong side of the scoreline again. You know, people have played their best against him. He has taken out a couple of ton plus shots tonight, but he's also had some against him.
That was to win the match. It was a really good shot, and we saw a fist pump from him at the end there, which is not something we've seen too much from him. You've mentioned before that maybe in his younger years he was a little bit more of an animated character, but you get far less of that from him these days.
Far less. I mean, on his early days, he'd been jumping off the stage there. But yeah, he's just that small fist pump, and yeah, it's not so animated, but pleased to get that win, obviously.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the table then and see what that's looking like, and just remind ourselves heading into tomorrow of where we stand. Scott Campbell top on 8 points, 4 wins from 4, all but secure in Saturday night. Just needs a couple more points, you'd think, tomorrow to get the job done. John Henderson in an excellent position, 3 wins from 4 for him. If he can continue his doubling, then who's going to stop him tomorrow? That's the question. Lee Cox will be pleased with his night's work, not playing his best darts by his own admission and battling a bit of an injury. He is in 3rd position with 2 wins from 4. And Cressy and Kelling, we didn't get a chance to look at Kelling's highlights just then, but the amount of 180s eclipses everyone else. He's just been unlucky with his timing. He is yet to win a game, but stranger things have happened. So that is Group B, and the action continues tomorrow here on Pluto TV. Remember, Group C, Ashley Coleman is currently top of those standings. That concludes at 1 p.m. All the action starts in Group C then, 10 p.m. for Group B. And of course, Saturday at 7:30, it's finals night, and we will hope to see you there on Saturday, but not before we see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll catch you then.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Thomas.
Jeff